Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 3 on the Kimball Hooker Show. I have a beautiful guest today. She's beautiful, she's talented, she's smart, she has a lot of information for all of us. I want to know exactly how she put her fit together because I'm feeling that. I just was like, oh my gosh, right? But she's beautiful, she's talented. My guest, the beautiful, the talented Miss Samantha Alexis.
Woo, and the crowd went, wow.
You know what?
No.
You know what? We got a lot to cover because
Yes.
you are just one that has a history with a lot of things: pageantry, singing, music, the arts, everything. So,
Yeah.
I have a few questions for you myself.
Oh, well, I'm ready to answer them. I
okay.
hope I can answer
We're gonna dive right on in.
Okay. All right.
First of all, how did you get your name? I want to know that myself.
Well, my mother named me. No, really, let me tell you, I was named after my mom's youngest sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what she did. She named her daughters after her sisters. So I am Samantha Alexis. My aunt, she passed away, bless her heart. She was Samantha Alicia. So I'm Samantha Alexis. So, and if you notice, the spelling in mine is different than you normally see, right? The
Correct.
IS. So I learned that the Latin, I'm gonna say the Latin way, or they spell it the males with the IS,
Got it.
and so ES is mainly feminine. So that's how. And Alexis is my middle name, so I just dropped my last name, and I'm Samantha Alexis, and it has so much swag to it. I think
It does, and we love it.
Yeah,
we love it.
Yes, thank you.
So I want to talk about, your history with music. This is, by the way, this is not your first time here. So
Right.
you have fans. They tune in. They
Okay.
love what you do, who you are. They follow you online.
Thank you, fans. I love you, fans.
I just want to set that record right there. But I want to know exactly. So with the music, singing, when did you discover you actually had a voice?
Ooh, oh man, I think, well, when I came out the womb, I think I was singing, that cry, it was in tune. The cry was in tune. You know what? It was, I believe, of course, going to church, I hear the music, and but that's not even it. My mom played music all the time. She's a singer. My mother's a singer, but it wasn't until my aunt, my mom's other sister, had the soundtrack to Lady Sings the Blues. And as a young girl, and I mean a young girl, kindergarten, like that, listening to that album, she gifted it to me. And so I played it until that thing was white. I learned all the songs and would sing them. And I think seeing the picture of her without seeing the movie, and seeing her in that white gown in Carnegie Hall with the gardenias in her hair, it's like something happened.
Right.
And that was really where the love for singing for me came. They came from that.
Now, did your mom sing?
Oh yeah, mom, my mom went to school with Martha Wash, it's raining men.
Right. We know Martha
Wash.
Wash.
They were schoolmates, and they sang together in the choirs and
Wow.
everything. So, yeah, we come from a family of music.
Right.
So it wasn't hard for me to, acquire that. It's in my blood. Music is in my blood. I'm a musician as well. So
What do you play?
I played keyboards. I played violin, clarinet, even the piccolo, flute.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you have an ear for that.
Yeah, and not just lead vocaling, vocalists. I do arrange backgrounds as well. I love creating.
Right.
I love harmony. So it's not always about, I'm not selfish.
Right.
I give in, every aspect of the music with the band and putting everything together.
What do you enjoy most of, either playing or singing or being around other people? What do you take away the most? What do you love the most about singing? What does it do for you?
Well, I always tell the audiences that, and people after the show and then during some time, music, that's my ministry. I have a musical ministry.
That's
when
powerful.
I get on stage, my ministry is powerful because I love people. And I let them know I am a people person. I am not afraid of the people. I go out there, I dance with the people. I want to empower them with my words of the songs I choose to sing, the way I display it, from the way I dress, from the way that I present the song, because it's how an artist presents is going to give them the attention that they probably expect to get, hope to get. But for me, I don't feel any of that. I feel like I know these people. When I step out on the stage, they're my family, and that's just how I treat them.
So let me ask you this: when you sing, you don't have any fear. There's no type of like a bug that goes. You know why I asked that? Because I mean, I'm thinking you look out in the crowd, right? And you see could be as little as 10 or 15 people. It could be 2,000 people. Who knows, right? And I go, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people.
Right.
How do you, or is it natural for you to like get over that fear factor, or is it just natural for you to just sing and you don't feel too much?
You know what? I'm not. I can't even lie, right? We all have the butterflies, but like Patti LaBelle said one time, if you're a good singer, is gonna have some butterflies, but they're good ones, right? But it's like this. I have sang for large crowds, and even the most intimate crowds, which those are the ones that will wreck your nerves, right? The ones that are just right in your face. But I took the man looking the meanest, like he would not crack a smile. I kindly went down the steps. I sat on the man's lap and started singing. So I had to make sure he wasn't with anyone, but but I did that, and I got him to get into another space with that ministry that I'm talking about, with my words, with my display, and there was no fear in me. If you show fear in something that you love, then that's the perception they're gonna get of you, that you're scared of it. Why be scared of something that God gave you, and that that you're giving it to them? So I'm not afraid to give it to you now. I might have little butterflies coming on, and once I get out there, boom, it's done.
Right.
It's done.
I like what Bernie Mac said. He said, I ain't scared of none of you.
Right?
I ain't scared. That's right. Well, you know you have it too.
Yes.
It's a gift.
It is.
It's a gift.
It is a gift. And so I say, when you have it, give.
Right.
Give it.
Right.
Don't give it halfway.
So let's talk a little bit more about like what kind of tributes do you do? You're a tribute artist, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Right. What kind of tributes do you do?
Well, of course, the number one, everybody knows, Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, which I've been tributing her music for over 23 years. Wow. And I didn't realize it had been that long. And I was like, wow, and I started doing that first with a full orchestra.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was before I even really got into the tribute, but I was doing her music with an orchestra. So then later on,
that's different.
Yeah, it was. It was really different. I was doing more than just Aretha at that time, but I did touch on one or two songs, but it was with a big orchestra. And she actually did do I think with the Philharmonic, a version of Respect, which I loved it. And that's what it put me in the mind of. Before I even heard her version of it, I was already doing it with the orchestra. Right. So that was kind of cool. But I also do Gladys Knight.
Oh, nice.
I've done Gladys Knight in the Pips tribute with the Bay Area's own Best Intentions. I had some of them were my Pips, and it was great. I've also done Billie Holiday and also Whitney Houston.
Nice.
Which I would love to have that going again. Right. So, and there's a lot others, but I love all genres. I've done so many different
those are big
artists.
Names too. Those are big names, big shoes to fill on that.
Oh man, listen.
You got to do them justice on that.
You know what? Like I say, if I can't, my rule is for me. This is not the rule for everyone. It's the rule for me. If I can't sing the songs in the original key, I don't sing them.
That's big.
So anything or any artist I'm naming, I sing all their songs in the original key.
Just like the record.
Yes.
Wow, that's big, because a lot of people they'll transpose, and so they'll take it up or down, mainly down.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing, because believe me, us as singers, artists, we get colds sometimes to where you have to modify and
That's true.
yourself, and I have to do it then. But on a regular basis, no. I figure I don't want to take away from the essence of the music,
Right.
and what people know and what they remember. So I want to put them in that, that whole fantasy that they have of feeling that artist again, especially if they're deceased.
That's why they came to come see you.
That's
Right. They reliving the moment with you. You taking them back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm taking them on back.
So let's talk a little bit more about like the pageantry. You have this beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Can you please explain to the people what we're looking at here?
Okay, so I am the executive director for the California branch, California All World Beauties and Man of Distinction pageant, which I competed in myself in 2021. I was Mrs. at the time, Golden State All World Beauties in 2021, and I competed. So I actually won national title, came home with the national title, worked, and guess what? I became the executive director at the same time as my reign. So I took on two roles. I was the national queen and I was the director. Wow. So what happened was I had my pageant, the state pageant. So I had a whole team competing, and I was going back to crown the next person, but I was their director. So that was a lot of work for me because I still had to fulfill my contract while training this team of wonderful, wonderful delegates who we brought home a few national titles. And so when I went back, I got crowned the international ambassador for all my work. This time, I went back this year in July, and I've received the honor of Lifetime Queen number 7. So it's Miss All World Beauties Lifetime Duchess number 7. I am the 7th Lifetime Duchess crown.
Wow.
And so I received this honor, and it was a total shock. I was sitting there applauding everybody else and looking at my queen receive something and give up her title, and here I am getting called and like, oh my God, and people were in tears. I'm passionate about everything that I do, and our pillars for this pageant is inner beauty, empowerment, and service. And that's exactly what I do, whether it's with a woman or a man, little girls, young women, and teens, of course. And you know what? We have to empower our youth and our adults, so there's people that need that lift, right? And this system right here definitely does it under the direction of our national. I have to mention our national director, Miss Andrea Nicole Sledge Creek, and she's very, very, very a wonderful lady. We cried when she gave me that honor.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, it really was.
That's touching right there.
I'm honored.
Well, you should be, right? There's so many people that follow you. There's so many people that want to. How can someone get involved with something like this, that see this and say, you know what, I want to involve my daughter in something like this?
Oh, yes, definitely. All they have to do is go on allworldbeauties.com. That's allworldbeauties with an S.com. And it's not just for women, it's for men too. Our Mr. California became the national king.
Oh, nice.
So that was my first time out. I had a lot of winners. I worked hard with myself, with my reign, right? And then, this is the proof, right? Comes from hard work and volunteer service, empowering others. We serve in this system.
Right.
We serve others. And my platform, of course, is autism awareness through education and personal experience, because those who know me know that I have 2 beautiful twin sons with autism.
Right. That's, when I think about that, the people don't understand the work that goes into that and the misunderstanding.
Yes.
Even myself, the misunderstanding of what that's like to have 2 boys with autism and exactly what that entails.
Yes.
I have one thing to ask you before we take a short break.
Okay.
One thing. What's the biggest misconception that people have about autism?
I think one of the biggest issues that I've noticed, as a mother of 2 with autism, is that parents feel like they can't, there's no more life. And they also feel that they're afraid to take their children out. They shelter the children and keep them indoors. And it's almost like they're embarrassed, and they just feel that life is just over because they have a child that's different. You know what I tell them? It's no different. It's just a different way of life. It's my life. Everybody is different, right? Everybody's household is different. So what I do is I have my sons out with me. They have traveled. They have been on planes, trains. They have been on even a BART train. I don't hide them, and people love seeing them. They have a lot of swag. They have their fashion sense is just and like their mom. And I tell you, the best thing that you can do is not shelter your child, but I am proud to say that I have helped so many parents in the Newark Unified School District just by seeing me be that example with my sons, and give them a platform as well, because they go out, they volunteer with me. They're little ambassadors.
Right.
And that helped people. People started to come out, bring their kids out, bring them to the parties. Like parents wouldn't even come to the parties. Now they're coming. You see them signing them up for the sporting events, for special needs. Get them out. Take them to McDonald's, whatever. It doesn't matter. Don't shelter your children. Don't shelter your own life. Don't shut down your life. I have people, we had our autistic parent, Mr. He's not Mr. He, I don't want him to be embarrassed, so I'll mention his name, but he did compete, and he's an autism dad, and he won the national title, and he went on to do amazing things, modeling and everything. But he's capturing his dream again, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And guess what? His son is very well taken care of. He has him out, and he's another one who models too. His son models.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I mean. You have to be the example, be that change. And so I am just proud to say that I've encouraged and uplifted a lot of different parents to just learn how to live your life. It's your life, and nobody has a right to judge you for anything. I'll take my kids over a lot. I see a lot of kids that's bratty.
I know exactly how
you know what I mean.
Yes,
they're crying and running all over the store.
Right.
My kids are well behaved.
Right. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the beautiful Miss Samantha Alexis on the Kimball Hooker Show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Thank you to the City of Montecito for their continued support of KCAT Public Media. The City of Montecito has enabled KCAT to inspire, educate, entertain, and inform our community through the magic of television and digital media for over 38 years. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kimball Hooker Show, Season 3, with our first guest today, the beautiful, Miss Talented Samantha Alexis, and we're just going to continue our interview where we left off. There's so much to talk about.
I know. There's not that much time, right?
We don't have a whole lot of time.
We need a week.
I want to know more about like the pageantry, because that's something that a lot of people can get involved in. You did give the website.
Right.
What all does it entail in terms of like location, outfits, just the preparation of it? Okay,
well, I'll start by this. The national pageant, once you do obtain a state title, is held in Dallas, Dallas, Texas. So what it entails is an interview, live interview with judges. Also, of course, evening attire, right? And then on stage question, everybody's favorite, right? Because that you have to think on your feet right there. Also, costume competition where you dress up in your state costume. So that's you got to get creative right there. And also, it's the high fashion outfit of choice competition where you just show what you would wear on the catwalk in New York or something like that, wherever you are, right? So those are the areas that you would compete in. Plus, there's also optional competitions, which it doesn't count for actually the crown, but some people like to get on stage and show their extra talents, you know, if they're a spokesmodel or talent, right? And I always love talent. That was my favorite part, right? But so, and also the California state pageant will actually be next year in June. I believe I have a target date for June 14th.
Okay. So
they can still follow the website that I gave earlier for that, the allworldbeauties.com. That one, www.allworldbeauties.com. They can go on there. That way they can get signed up, or they can get more information. They can see pictures, graphics, everything like that.
Right. I have a question about the question.
Oh.
I've always wondered this. So is it really a random question when they ask the pageant person that random question? It seems like they all freeze up and they go, you mean me?
Well, here's the thing.
It's like an aha moment.
It is. I mean, because you don't know what you're going to be asked, but know this. All World Beauties Man Distinction pageant is a character-based pageant. So you're not going to get anything like religion questions, right? Or, you know, political or religion. That's not it. The pageant is about learning who you are. So anything that you are asked, you should be able to answer it, because guess what? It's your opinion. It's your opinion.
So that you won't get a random question like, how many countries are there?
No,
nothing political.
No geography.
Geography, nothing like that.
No, nothing like that. There are things that make you, think, but it's your opinion.
So there's no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong. It's your own opinion.
It's your opinion. It's just your opinion.
Yeah, okay. Your opinion.
And so the judges on this, are they more like, what's their background in terms of, and this is, I'm just curious because a lot of people, they see these pageants and they don't really know. They really don't have a clue.
They're, it might be a modeling agent. It might be even a politician. It might be, because they're trained on what the pageant is looking for. So there are people, very prominent people in the business, entertainment business. It could be a director from another pageant or a president of a bank. It could, it could be like that. Even a teacher, as long as they are abreast with the criteria that the pageant is requesting.
Is there an age requirement?
Delegate. You know what? You can be 100 years old.
People live that long still?
Yes. Yes, we had our Miss California elite who turned into the national elite, Miss Stacy Carter. Stacy was 62.
Oh wow! Okay.
When she won, and she doesn't look a day old.
We don't age discriminate with pageantry.
Well, she does not look that age, but she is. But she won, and I think our man of distinction, royal ambassador, which was Mr. Oakland, he was 69.
Oh wow!
When he won, and
so it's wide open. Yes,
it's for everybody. We have a division for everyone. The plus size woman, the natural side. I like to say the natural. I don't like to call women skinny. The natural size, and just all sizes, all shapes, sizes, and colors. I'll just say that.
Everyone's welcome.
Genre, yes.
Everyone's welcome. I like that because we love inclusivity, not exclusivity. Right. It's all inclusive.
And that's what we are. Right, and it's a family base when you come to this system.
Right.
Yeah.
And so do people help you with that? Like, are there people like mentors, I should say, or someone to help you with because someone walking in out of the street would be like, I don't know, this is intimidating.
Oh, you know what? The pageant provides plenty of training. So if you're a person that comes in as a delegate, first time, never have done a pageant in your life, we have plenty of training. We make sure that everyone is on the same playing field.
It looks easy. But
it looks easy, but no, it's not.
Yeah, it can be intimidating, I would think.
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's just like us, right? Mm-hmm. As artists.
Yes.
And you get on stage and somebody's scoring you. your performance.
Right?
You're not free to just perform, but you have somebody down with a clipboard or a computer
critiquing your performance.
So how does that make you feel, right? So, but you know what? It's all about confidence. And if you are the people around you that are working with that organization, they have to make people feel comfortable as well. So what happens is by the end of that pageant week, the national week or the weekend, it's so much fun and goodness. It's just not all seriousness. It's fun, right? So by the end, the final night, everybody's just number one, they're tired because they've been really
it's a lot
doing
to it.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You're tired, but they want to help each other.
Right.
They're just one big family. They know somebody's gonna win it, but they're all together. So.
Right.
You know, and that's what you want because at the end of the day, everybody that comes to nationals, right? What are they? Queens, kings, right? Because they're all state winners.
There's a lot to take from it too, you know. And because you don't win, it doesn't mean you're a loser.
No. When you get on that stage, that's your win right there. Yeah. Because a lot of people are not going to get on a stage like that. So just to do that, that's the win. That's your win right there. And it doesn't matter. Like I tell people, when you do obtain that national title and you win, that's not your win. That's still not your win. Your win is when you have completed your reign, your contract, and you've done everything that you were supposed to do in that job when you got crowned, and you come back and when you can crown your successor.
Nice.
And you completed the job.
Nice.
That's your win.
There's a lot of character built up.
Yeah,
building your character is
it
involved
really
with that.
is. Pageantry has helped people get high-powered jobs because they had the confidence. And guess what? The interviewing, those questions. Right. Just like me sitting right here with you. Right. You know, otherwise I'm not biting my nails. Right. I'm just, I wouldn't be able to look at you.
Camera. You're used to the microphone, the camera, the stage, and the fans. Oh my God.
Pageantry helped a lot with that public speaking.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yes, it really is.
I saw something online that said people are they're more afraid of public speaking than death. I heard that.
Okay, that's serious.
Like, I don't know where this is going. But yeah, I heard that. Public speaking is big though. You know
yes,
why?
It
because
is.
you're put on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to think quick on your feet. When you do win, you are a role model and you are a spokesperson for that system. So you really have to know how to speak, right?
True.
Because you never know what situation, right? You have to stay ready.
You stay ready. You don't
Queens
have to
stay ready.
Always.
Yes.
Always. There's so much more to unravel with you. Talk to us.
Oh, yes.
About, like, what are your plans for the future? What do you have down the road? What's up and coming?
Oh, man. Well, Nathan Owens, Street Queens of Motown.
All right. Let's talk about it. Let's dive in. Talk to the people.
Yeah. You know what? Wow. What is so much to say about that,
Okay. First of all, how did it get started? And so there's 3. Is that correct?
Right.
Who are the 3?
The 3, okay, so there's myself, Samantha Alexis. I perform as Aretha Franklin. You have Stacey Carter. She performs as Diana Ross, the boss. You have Miss Leah Sweet, who performs as Queen of Rock, Tina Turner.
These are some big names to fill, big shoes to fill.
Oh, man, yes.
How did the ladies come about to be one under the same roof with the 3 queens of Motown? How did they all become one and get to know each other?
Okay, well, Lolita and I met her, on a whole separate basis in a whole nother show where we weren't singing, together and, like this, like we are now. But what happened is that one day I heard her singing an Aretha Franklin song and she sounded like Tina Turner. So I was like, wow, this lady would make an awesome Tina Turner. So I approached her with it. We got together, we did some shows. And then Nathan Owens, my uncle Nathan Owens, I came over to his show to sing with him. And so it was just me at first. And I did Aretha Franklin plus a whole lot of other things with the band. So he needed a Tina Turner. So who did I call? I called Leah Sweet. So she came over and then we were 2 queens. The show was 2 queens.
Okay.
And so then here I am as the new executive director for California All World Beauties, a man of distinction, can't forget the man. And I had my pageant. So here's Stacey Carter. Now I met her at a function, a Christmas function, and she saw my sash and said, oh my God, I want to do this pageant, right? So long story short, she did the pageant and her talent was Diana Ross.
Oh, nice.
She did the tribute to Diana Ross for her talent.
Could be more perfect.
So, right? But what I didn't know is that a promoter in Reno, where we do the show, where Lolita and I did Two Queens, they thought it would be a great idea to have 3. They wanted a show where we had 3. So they said, can you guys get another lady, or who can you get? And so they were throwing around a lot of different names. And I thought about, how could this be great? So it's like, wow, we have the Queen of Soul, we have the Queen of Rock, and who better than Diana Ross, the Queen of Motown, right?
Fits right in. Where
do you get these 3 iconic women in one room to hear that music?
I've never seen
in
that
one
before.
place.
It's
No,
amazing.
They have never done that. So I thought, she would be a great fit, Diana Ross. And she came down, she auditioned for Uncle Nathan, and history was made. We became 3 queens. We were just 3 queens at first. It was just 3 queens. Nathan knows 3 queens. Then he changed the name to 3 Queens of Motown. And I have to answer this question that rings out. Everybody wants to know, why are you guys called 3 Queens of Motown?
Let's hear it.
So we all know Diana Ross. She's one of the iconic queens of Motown, right? We already know Diana Ross is the boss of Motown. So that's a no-brainer. Aretha Franklin, well, she was from Detroit. Everybody from Motown was at her house too. Listen to this iconic little girl, 5 years old, playing the piano like a concert pianist. Smokey Robinson sitting there in her living room. So she's from Detroit. So, and then you had people don't realize. I believe it was I don't know if it was about 1969. I don't want to get the dates wrong, but Tina Turner actually was already an artist, but at one point she was signed with Motown at one point.
I didn't even know that.
Nobody hardly knows that, but I have a clipping that has all that in there. And she was actually with Motown for a short period of time. And so that's why we have called ourselves Nathan Owens, 3 Queens of Motown.
It fits.
It fits,
and
right?
By the way, it's a fantabulous show. I've seen it myself. You have to go. If you haven't already got your ticket, look it up online. And how can they go online and see where you guys are performing?
Man, you know what? I love to tell people to go to Facebook, because we have a Nathan Owens Presents 3 Queens of Motown page. So if you go to Nathan Owens Presents, and it'll probably pop up, Nathan Owens Presents 3 Queens of Motown. The page is there with the whole schedule, everywhere we're going to be, dates, times.
So now, is this a live band? Yes. Is it track show? Is it?
Oh, no tracks. We don't do tracks.
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. Oh, no, live band. Uncle Nathan Owens is the MD of the band. He's been in the business over 50 years.
How long is the show?
The show is about a 90-minute show.
Nice.
Yes.
And where are some of the places that you guys have performed? Not that you're going to be performing there up and coming, but just so people know.
Okay, we've done Las Vegas, Silverton.
Wow.
Casino. We've been in Laughlin, Nevada, where we did where you came.
Well, you guys go to Lake Tahoe, or
we've got yes. Lake Tahoe, Harrah's Lake Tahoe, of course. Yeah, Harrah's is nice. It's a big show. Feather Falls Casino. We've done all the major state fairs in Arizona, Seattle.
It's an amazing show. I'm Kimball Hooker, and I approve this message. I love it. It's a beautiful show. The one thing I like the most is every time you watch that show, you never get tired of it, and you never go, "Oh, I've seen it before." It's always different. What you guys wear is different.
The fashions, right?
The energy of the band is
yes.
hot. It's always sizzling hot. And it's always unexpected things happening. How you talk to the crowd and you engage with the audience.
Right.
Never gets old. I love it.
It does, and I can't forget Yoshi's Oakland.
A very intimate setting. Very intimate setting. If you haven't been to Yoshi's, get your ticket. Look them up. 3 Queens of Motown, and go see them in Oakland at Yoshi's. Look them up.
Yeah, and Empress Theater. Can't forget the Empress.
Yes.
Theater. Thank you, Darren.
Right.
So, the thing is that, like you said, it doesn't get old. That music does not get old, especially when you have the 2 queens who are not here anymore. They went home to paradise, and so we have to keep their music alive.
True.
And I had the privilege of seeing Diana Ross not that long ago in person at the Hard Rock. And so Stacy, so it was kind of cool. People actually thought she was Diana Ross going through the casino, but just seeing her up there, it was special, because there we are doing, she can't be everywhere,
Right.
and then she's getting older. So it's like, just to be able to tribute the music and give people the gift
Right.
of their music again, so they can relive memories. And people cry. I sing Natural Woman, and people literally are crying because it's rekindled some memory that they've had. And so that's special. That's why I told you that music ministry, that's just, being a minister for people through music is wonderful, right? Music is the universal language.
You've been chosen.
I'm the chosen one, right?
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
You one of the
one of
chosen
them
one.
of the
You
world.
are.
There's a
You've been
lot of
touched.
them.
You have definitely been touched, for sure, for sure. I want to make sure that we touch on everything that we were supposed to touch on. You've been a beautiful guest. I'm so sorry we ran out of time.
We could talk forever.
Forever.
Ever.
We don't have enough time to touch on, and there's so much more to you as well too.
There is. But
where can people go online and actually look at not just Three Queens of Motown, but actually your own stuff that you do as well too?
Well, you know what? I have
Okay.
I mean, if you go on YouTube, look up Samantha Alexis with an ES, ALEXES, not IS. You will see so much of me pop up from my original songs. I do have original music, and everything from Gladys Knight to some Latin, just all the Aretha Franklin, all the Three Queens of Motown as well. But you will see it. You'll see me, and you can go on Facebook to my page, Samantha Alexis. You'll find me there too. TikTok as well under Samantha. I made it simple, Samantha Alexis from TikTok and also Instagram.
All right, you've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to say our adioses right now to the beautiful Miss Samantha Alexis, our beautiful guest for today. Look her up. She's a great artist, great talented singer, and I'm just going to be looking her up myself so I can go check her out myself. But this is the 3rd season, Kimball Hooker Show, and we will be back with our next guest. Till then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Till then.
You just heard the Kimball Hooker Show here on KCAT Radio. Explore all our KCAT original programming at kcat.org/radio.